up, though? Let's here chill with me. Top tier podcast. Good morning, battle rap. Good morning, battle rap world. Wake y'all asses up, man. We got stuff to talk about. See, I put a little talk about. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Trying to get y'all a little East Coast. Never mind. Get your breakfast, oatmeal. Just keep it light. Keep it light. Pretty good show for y'all today, man. All the way from the UK, they had an event going down. You know what I'm saying? Called Rebuild. Premier battles, no loose chat. Couple of top tier titans going at it, and some other good battles. We got London Jen giving us her in the building recap with that one. All right, the legend, top one, probably my favorite media person out there. She might be up there. She might be the one. London Jen. All right. Also, got to talk about the ladies. Got to talk about Chrome 23. Good battles, good performances, a body bag, in my opinion. We're going to get into that. But first, we're going to go in order. Got to start with Saturday. Got to take a time. All right? Resolution 2 kicked off. You see the battles that were scratched off. You see it. You see the battles that were scratched off. Real name, Brandon versus Kid Slade did not happen. Some personal things going on with, real life shit taking place with real name Brandon. Hey, brother, I'm praying for you and everything. I hope all is well with you and your peoples over there. Shout out to Pasadena and everybody over there. And yeah, man. So that battle is actually moved to the initiation card that'll be going on this coming weekend. Kid Slade, I think they're day 2 of that 2-day event, right? So it's going down in Houston. That's an app-only event. It won't be streamed anywhere. You just got to pull up, get your tickets, all right? And then Charlie Clips versus Luke Castro did not happen either. Word is I was hearing Charlie Clips got an injury. I was hearing there was some different reasons, some other more controversial reasons. I don't know. I don't know the hoopla, but the battle didn't go down. Luke Castro was there, but Charlie Clips wasn't. That's all we need to know. So let's focus on the battles that did happen. T-Top versus Sharon kicked things off. A lot of people was like, man, I don't get this battle. It's a random battle. It's fine, man. Like again, I'm okay with random battles happening. Like some battles can be random and still be good. Like there was no exception with this one. I thought it was random. I wouldn't say random. It was unexpected, right? But top tiers got to go against other top tiers at some point. Like, you're going to run out of top tier names at some point. Get them all out the way. So they chose to do it now as opposed to wait until they're the only. You look around in Sharon and battle all these top tiers. You be like, damn, the only person I didn't battle as a top tier is T-Top. You're just going to go against them eventually. So it happened. And what we got out of that was some good material. Strong first round from T-Top. That round is debatable. I thought Sharon came out the blocks a little sluggish, but he landed that Mike P line when he said rest in peace. I don't want to give away the bars, but he referenced Mike P. Then right after that, I just thought he got into a really good rhythm. Second round was probably the clearer round to me because I didn't feel like T-Top was as potent, and then he had like a big little, a pretty significant stumble. And that was also another dope round from Sharon. So that's the round I give him. First and third, you can debate a bit. But all in all, I'm pretty comfortable giving Sharon the second and third. I feel like those rounds I gave him, T-Top might have edged the first. But it was a good battle to open up the card, and it gave me like a promising hope. Like, this is the first one. Then, we're going to build into something. And next battle, easy to block captain, Rashad. No, I'm joking. He probably hit me up. He probably text me, hey, bro, don't be calling me Rashad. Rashad versus Chaz Duncan, you know what I'm saying? But no, easy to block captain versus A-Verb. A lot of people counted A-Verb out. I believe, like, Easy was, like, the overwhelming favorite on some poll. I think he got, like, 90% of the votes going into this battle. So he was playing with house money, Verb was, because he was already counted out to lose to begin with. But Easy goes first and kind of sets an incredible tone that had me worried because had he been like really light, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long night. But he was like good in the first round. Um, Even bars that they didn't react to that I thought warranted more reaction, I thought he was dope. I thought he was dope. And Verb just came and in his, Vets got a way of getting across a message without saying a lot. That's what vets do. That's when you can tell who the vets are. Like they get away with just controlling space, controlling the pace. Because he came out very slow. He didn't rush those materials. Like, I don't know. It's just, that comes with experience. And he just had a way of saying a lot. Like, the whole thing about, like, I'm not afraid of you. Or he said about petting your pit bulls. Like basically just his artistic way of just saying, like, you're not a threat to me. And I just thought that line was so dope. And it wasn't a punchline. It was just, Verb is good for that. Verb is good for displaying like a vivid image in your head and just kind of making it come to life. You know what I'm saying? I thought the first round was pretty close. I see some people giving it to Easy. I think I edged Verb slightly. Second round, Easy just hits a different gear. Easy hits a different gear that Verb, bless his heart, he couldn't match that energy in the second. Verb went into that bag that he gets joked about for a lot, which is like, I don't know, this Greek mythology complex that he got. So he started talking about, like, I don't know, like creatures and I don't know. He just put words together, like just wizardry, warlocks from a thorax with a I don't know. He be hitting you with that shit, like my metropolis. You know what I'm saying? My metropolis. Ideologists, follow this manuscript. Molecules from the gods, like, you know what I'm saying? Molecules from the goddesses, witnesses, apostles, like all that shit. Aristotle, he just be throwing out shit. And I'm just like, you lost this round. Book it, Dano. That round was done. That round was done pretty early. Then the third round, Easy goes up another level. This is how he's quickly becoming probably one of the best closers of battles. Like, if it's up in the air, Easy is going to say a lot of shit to shut it down. So Easy is mastering the art of closing battles. I feel like even though Verb's third started off really strong, but he ended short. But even if he continued, I just don't think he would have said enough to win that round anyway. Even though he cut his round, I don't think he cut his round short. He just had a short round. He wrote like he was just writing on time. I don't think he would have matched it. Like, that third by Easy was some of his best material to me. I mean, was it the chess level in the first round? Probably not, but it wasn't far off if you go back and watch that third round versus Verb. He was executing at a high level, very high level, man. So I gave the battle to Easy the Block Captain 2-1. Second and thirds were clear. And if you want to give him the first and call it a 30, I'm not mad. I just like Verb material just a little bit more. It just resonated different with me. You know what I'm saying? It just hit me different. But yeah, so that was a good battle. So I felt like it was going up. Third battle was the main event. The grudge match that everybody wanted to see. DNA versus Hollow the Don, right? The din and on, right? I thought, and I said this, I'm going to repeat myself. If you watch me on Caffeine, then you probably heard me say this already, but I'm going to say it again. I don't think I've ever seen a top tier in a battle against another top tier make these many rookie mistakes, which was 3 glaring rookie mistakes. All right. It could be 4, but I feel like there was 3 big mistakes that Hollow made. And I think we all kind of, the consensus is, then they won this battle very clearly. So there's no need to get into a round for round breakdown of that. But here's where Hollow made his mistakes. Hollow made one mistake by, let's work backwards. I just don't get the ending to these rounds. I hated those rounds. The psych I lied and then coming back and like kind of freestyling, and that was one. That was terrible. I don't know what he was doing that. Why? That was terrible endings. The only endings that were comparable to that, as far as being atrocious endings, was my verse versus RX when she would go and she was like rhyming though. Like I hated that. Like she should never do that again against any Hispanic battler. I just hated that. But that's what that was. Like he would just come back, psych a lie, he would get the audience to clap to think he was done, and then he would be like psych a lie, and then just rap a bunch of gibberish and freestyle and all that. So that was the first rookie mistake. The second rookie mistake was talking through DNA's rounds. I've never seen Hollow talk so much during someone. Hollow to me was the standard for great defense and composure. Not the fake defense that Rex and them be having when they like laughing and pretending like you don't. I'm talking about just stone face. Go look at Hollow the Don when Tay Rock says the seatbelt bar line. He just leans and looks at him like he's unfazed. Unfazed. This battle, he was very phased. He wanted to blame it like I'm only doing this because you're spitting in my face while you rapping. Bro, DNA isn't the first battle rapper to be in your face and spitting while he's rapping. That's like kind of common in battle rap. So he was rattled. He was talking through his rounds, and it led to some of DNA's biggest moments, some big ass bombs and rebuttals, and haymakers. So that was the second rookie mistake. The third biggest rookie mistake of this whole battle. You won the coin toss and chose to go first? You did that. You chose to go first. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. But it's all good, man. It's all good. You win some, you lose some. You lost this one. Hey, and let's go credit to DNA. DNA. Why can't if you one of these loyal beloveds who just think Lux just doesn't lose, feel like he's like the most creative, he's the lyrical sorcerer of all times, then how did he lose to Geechee? What makes DNA not worthy of battling him when he just beat Hollow, who had a great battle versus Loaded Lux? This is DNA's record against people who went against Loaded Lux, right? Who's went against Lux? Well, DNA hasn't battled Mook yet. DNA battled Verb, and the consensus was when that battle was over that DNA beat Verb. DNA just beat Hollow. Clear. He beat Hollow more convincingly than you beat Hollow. Lux, you talk about being outside, you got to go against someone who's always outside. And DNA beat Surf a long time ago, too. Beat him, too. So he's beating the same people. Gotta come outside, man. This man was impressive all 3 rounds. They tried to rattle him. His entourage trying to talk. They wanted to fight. All type of wild shit, man. DNA, when he has a focus, a concentrated focus, he is tough to beat. Tough to beat. I want to see it. He's earned the right. Give him. You gotta get Lux on his resume, man. He gotta get Lux on his resume. I mean, what? He already got Diz, or he got Diz, Arson, Hollow on his resume. He's never going to battle Clips. Clips is homie, and he already battled Verb. Come on, man. Come on. It's what we want to see now. I want to see it now. Especially with the type of content that DNA is rapping with. I want to see it now. So credit to DNA, man. That was a beating. That was an ass whooping to me. Pure ass whooping. And you got him out of character, which makes the ass whooping a little more effective. Never seen Hollow talk like that during rounds. That was kind of crazy. But salute. All in all, the battles were cool. I don't know even though I like T-Top, and Sharon, I'll probably watch it one more time just to get clarity and be sure who I got winning. Is it replay value city to where I'll just keep watching it? No. Easy and Verb is probably a little more replay value in it, but I don't know. I'm not rushing back to it. And there was zero replay value in someone getting dog walked. And I felt like Hollow was getting dog walked. He had glimpses here and there. He opened the first round, very well. After that, he kind of sputtered out of control. I feel like the same way in the second round. By the third, I just was like, man, this is done. This is a done deal. So that's my take on Resolutions 2. Thought it was a cool. It would have been probably a better card on paper had the other battles went down. I actually think Real Name and Slade would have been fire, and Clips and obviously Luke Castro would have been entertaining. So definitely took a loss. But I will say, if it was it was pretty damn dope to have a URL event be over really early. She was over like 8:30, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But salute to them. Salute to all the MCs involved. We're gonna move this. We're gonna keep this thing moving, man. Time to talk Chrome 23 right now. Chrome 23 Queens Get the Money, the first event under the brand ran by Remy Ma. Salute to her. It looked like an incredible event to be a part of, like to be in the building at. As a viewer, watching it with, a little watch party, watching it with the homies. It took a minute. Four battles, like 5 hours. That's not what we're here for. But you know what? For the sake of women's battle rap, for the sake of Remy, the first card, we muscled through that. Four battles really should be about. I understand wardrobe, bringing people to the stage, getting a little intermission for the people there who might be on their feet. So even then, with 4 battles, 5 hours, no, 3 at the most. It really should be 4 battles. It really should be about 2.5. But I'll give you 3. But learning experiences. I've seen people complain about the production quality. Now, granted, they did have like all these multiple angles I seen. I was noticing as the battles was going on, but yeah, that one from that one distance that people kept saying was a selfie stick. That was pretty funny, but it was a good night as far as the energy. I ain't seen that type of energy at an all women's event anywhere, and I'm not just like trying to be. Talk Queen of the Ring, talk down on them, because Queen of the Ring is still the standard. It's still the primary league. Queen of the Ring is the one. But I'm just talking about any women's league. There's more than just that one, if you're in tune. But this felt like something, they made it feel grand. It was trending number 3 on Twitter? On like the national Twitter, not like some local shit. Very, very impressive. So let's get to the actual battles that took place. Yoshi went against Prostavia. In the battle that I had Yoshi, I was picking Yoshi to win, but I was always on the fence with this battle because I didn't know what the atmosphere was going to be like. If you would have showed me what the atmosphere was looking like, even with nobody in there, if you would have showed me the room, like, yo, they battling in this room, I would have never picked Yoshi. I thought it was going to be, for whatever reason, silly me, I thought it was going to be a little more intimate, closed off. Kind of like a caffeine setting, but just with a couple more people. I didn't know it was gonna be that. Like that sounded like they was like at a club, and they was just on stage. Like I didn't know it was gonna be like that, and I felt like, particularly in that first round, you can notice the difference. Like the casual crowd. I know there was battle rappers on the floor, but when you just in that atmosphere with music going on, there's energy. Yoshi doesn't rap for that type of crowd, really. Like, you really have to be paying attention to what Yoshi's doing. Because everything, she raps with themes and concepts that are elongated. It's not like a quick punch here and then a transition to something else with a quick punch. She's a builder. Like, she builds. And I feel like in the first round, for her to start off, and she went first. So you're opening this big crazy event with all this energy with someone who was very methodical with how she like try to break you down. And I just thought the first round they wasn't feeling her as much as she probably hoped. Prestavia came out the gate with a crazy line. I think she rebutted damn near every round if I'm not mistaken. And she just kind of took off from there. Surf and chess was there. I didn't expect that. I forgot that she was gun titles for a second. I was like, why are they backing her? And then, gun titles. Most people got Prestavia winning the first, which I'm not mad at. I might have her with that too. I gotta watch that first round again. Here's where I kind of got frustrated with the viewers and with the crowd. Yoshi G second round was really fucking good, bro. It was really good. Really good. Don't know how, don't know why the crowd was not fucking with that round until like the very last, like maybe 8 bars. They started catching on. And it was just too late. I'm like, yo, she had some shit laced in that second round. In my opinion, that second round by Yoshi was the best round of that whole battle. So I got her winning that round clear to me. We go to the third. Prestavia wins that round because what happens is I remember Yoshi building in that third. She comes out with this really dope little like New Orleans Hot Boys No Limit type of like concept that she's running with, and she's getting through it pretty well. And when she ends it, I'm like, that was nice. After that, I don't know. She just nothing connected. She started getting annoyed and affected by the crowd. She would stop. She didn't get a reaction. You can see she was getting discouraged. Yeah, and it was flat. Like she was like doing extra shit that she was trying to show a performance side of her too. It didn't connect. And in that round, Yoshi lost to her momentum. Prestavia gained more momentum. It was started to kind of bomb on her in that third round. That was a clear round for Prestavia. Prestavia was in her bag in that third. So I got her clear in the third, but I got Yoshi clear in the second. It really comes down to that first. I'm sorry. I know it might be clear to people that Prestavia got that first, but I want to give Yoshi the benefit of the doubt because her style isn't really fit to open up an event on a stage like that because the crowd, you can't hit them with that type of style, man. It's just hard for people to get adjusted to that. They want to turn up. That's why I always say, like for the men, Shotgun Suge is a perfect person to open up a big stage battle with because it's aggressive, it's loud, and it's like very digestible, simple, basic shit. Basic shit is cool. I don't mean that as a disrespect, but it's just right there for you. Boom. Shit bang like an 808. Late, boom, boom. Like you know how he rap. And people, when you just get into a building, you love that shit. Like you get the bar, it hits, it's loud. Like Yoshi is trying to weave this long ass theme and concept, and that's just not what people was ready for at the time. They started realizing what she was doing by the second round. By the end, it was kind of too late. It seemed like they already had their mind made up. But I still give a battle to Prestavia for right now, rounds 1 and rounds 3. To the next battle that happened was Official and Casey. Official and Casey, I believe so. I'm trying to go in order. I thought it was gonna be a friendly battle, and I don't know the situation that happened with Casey J, but she was performing with an injured leg. They said she was on crutches. I don't think I seen the crutches, but she definitely was on one leg, like looking real achy. And without going into deep detail, I just thought she clearly lost the battle. Some of her shortcomings still are her shortcomings. Like it's just that same type of that one pace. Like she'll rap, and then here go her favorite little pattern where she's like, I'm on to this, and on to this, and on. Like she got that same kind of flow. And if nothing's not landing, you can just lose the crowd kind of quickly. And she was kind of choppy too. That might be just because she's just not filling up the par. But it was her second round. I think I liked the most. But that battle was really more so about official getting her shit together. And man, did she get her shit together! Some vintage punches with performance. Her projection on stage just sets her apart from most of the women. Like her voice commands attention. And yeah, without going into detail in this battle, I just really enjoyed seeing official get back to her old ways. Definitely her best performance. I even like this performance was better than her Rock performance. And I thought she beat Rock still, but it wasn't like this. This might have been her best performance maybe since Misfit, probably, to my opinion. That's my opinion. If y'all thought she had a better performance than this one since then, show me. But I thought this was her best battle since the Misfit battle on Born Legacy in Cleveland, which had to have been like 2019. It's my opinion. I'm sticking to that one. All right. QB Black Diamond against 40 Bars. Had that heated face off. 40 dropped that bombshell on Twitter with like documents and all this type of research. I ain't gonna get too crazy into that, but none of that was really irrelevant in this battle. I mean, they spoke about it. They both did. This was just about the better MC, man. The more creative, the more artistic, the more game ready approach of 40. Just overwhelming someone who want to come back. I don't think she realized that the time, that her time of what she did no longer appeals to this new generation of listeners and onlookers. Like that whole just straight disrespect with no like creative, substance to kind of mask it. That shit is gone, bro. You really gotta. You can be disrespectful, but it gotta be a creative style of disrespect. Perfect example: South Lex at I Battle. He said, "What do you say? Coke so white it literally cuts itself," or some shit like that. Talking about obviously white people cutting themselves. That's kind of stereotype that. But anyway, it's offensive, sure, but it was creative within that bar. You gotta do something like that. You gotta do something like that. You can't just be like, "Yo, take your baby and drop him, then kick him in the head." Like that shit. We ain't here for that. We ain't here for that. And you saying that in front of like a live crowd, that's just not really like. It's just wasn't it. It wasn't it. 40 kind of just danced out there. I know people can talk about her delivery, but that's really her only. And I only look at it as a weakness because it's not like her delivery isn't strong. It's just there's no pace behind it sometimes. So it's not, to me, people try to confuse with the delivery of it with her pitch and her, like, what I'm saying, the volume on it. It's not really the volume that bothers me. It's the pace sometimes in which it can be it can be losing. It can lose a little bit of legs when it's running, when she's trying to run with it. But sometimes she get into a nice rhythm and everything is just kind of flowing and connecting. Like, I don't really give a fuck about it. Like, it don't really bother me. But sometimes there is a slight drop off. It's like, oh, this is a little slower than usual. But be that as it may, she bombed on 40. I mean, she bombed on QB, excuse me. 40 was bombing on QB. She just didn't have enough, man. She just didn't have enough. I thought it got ugly around somewhere in the second round with that pap line, the Remy and pap line. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I think that was a clear 30, a dirty 30. Dirty. I seen just a few people trying to give QB the first round, I think. Man, where's Chad Ochocinco with the child please? Some throwback child please in there, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But QB, salute to you. This is her first battle back. She just needs to go back to the drawing board and realize if I'm going to be disrespectful, I got to be at least creatively disrespectful. I got to be creative within the disrespect. I feel like Arts has gotten better with that. Disaster, who used to Disaster and Hollow, they was the kings of I'll fucking boot your little baby daughter in the forearm and all that shit, all that wild shit. They used to be all that torture shit, that torture rap is what I like to call it. That torture rap is cool, but you still gotta be dope. You gotta be saying some clever, witty shit. And QB just didn't do it, and then start blaming everybody. Can't do that. Gotta be accountable for your own material, not translating. Because you have some people like there were people for Yoshi, like myself and others. I seen a lot of people like, yo, the crowd sleep. Like if you really doing your job, people will speak on your behalf. I haven't seen anybody say, yo, the crowd dead, bro. Like QB barring. Like I ain't heard none of that. I ain't seen none of that. So back to the drawing board, all right? Next matchup was the main event. You had Couture versus Miss Hustle. No real true tension there, but I felt like this is still going to be a good battle. This is the battle I picked. I believe I picked this for Battle of the Night. I believe so. And to me, it was. It ended up being Battle of the Night. I thought Miss Hustle came out strong. It was going to be hard to match. And Couture came out unfazed, unbothered with that start, but it took her a minute to get her groove. By the time she got her groove, you kind of was like, I don't think she's going to, with the time that she got left, I don't think she's going to have enough. But she kind of made it close. But I think I gave Hustle that second round. I gave the Couture. So it was like 1-1 going to the third. And here's the thing with Hustle, right? The reason I picked Couture going into this matchup, one, because I think she's a better closer to battles. She know how to close the show. Two, Couture hasn't really lost enough for me to pick against her. But three, and probably most importantly, sometimes in these big moments, Hustle overthinks it and does something. Like when she went against 40 bars, for her third round, she brings E Hart out for like a 2-on-2. It wasn't necessary. It didn't help anything. She's just done little wild shit. But in this battle, she really went over the top, bringing out people. Like, she brought Pat out. I thought that was Pat. Remember White Boy Pat? Used to be hanging with Smack. Thought that was White Boy Pat. Then she brought out Miss Pack. Yes, Miss Pack, the one who got bodied by Couture in one of the top 3 worst body bags in all of battle rap history. Brought her back. I'm like, I felt like Surf against Conceited. And then what? Like, what the fuck was supposed to happen when you bring Miss Pack out? Like, Pack got packed up. Like, it's nothing for her to really even come back on. It was just, I don't know. And then Couture, again, it was kind of one of those rounds, kind of like her first, where she started a little slow, but she built very quickly. And what I liked about Couture throughout the whole battle, is she knew when to end her round. Like, she ended her round, especially the last 2 rounds, she ended on really high notes with some really good lines. And you end right, you end on a high note, you might get some people to tip the scale for you. I'm one of them. I think she got a 2-1. I think she got the second and the third. I think the third was pretty clear. That prop shit worked. That shit did not work. It didn't do it for me. But, yeah, all in all, good event. Shout out to Remy. She was changing up. She had a different wardrobe on every battle, for every battle that happened. Like, she was really with it. I was so glad that Misfit and E Hart took over the commentary up there on the balcony or whatever, at the top floor. Because no disrespect, I'm pretty sure there's staff at Hot 97, but those ladies, they didn't know shit about battle rap. Homegirl didn't even know why Rita was yelling out champion. Champion? Who the champion? Like, shit crazy. So, but Chrome 23, in my opinion, was a success because we got a good battle out of it. We got a hell of a performance. And we got like Prestavia, like and Yoshi, who are kind of like the newer class of women compared to the ones ahead of them on this card, showing that they're worthy of more plates on a elite high level. So I think it was success. I think Remy did well, like talking when she was supposed to, but not overdoing it. She wasn't, she wasn't going crazy, but when she had to address something and lay her authority down, she got the job done. So salute to the ladies, man. Speaking of ladies, we got London Jen telling us about the rebuild. Yeah. Going to the UK with it, man. Big time event. Shout out to both leagues that I fuck with heavy, man. Premier battles, no loose chat, went down over the weekend. You see what the main event was. Shoddy Horror versus Tally, yo. So obviously I wasn't there. I'm here in the States. But I always got y'all. The Queen, one of the GOATs, London Jen, was there, as she's always at any and all events that goes on with UKBR. So without any further ado, you let us know what happened. You were there. You tell the people. London Jen, second time around. You're the first person to be back again, all right? London Jen, take it away.
London Jen, or one word, there are 3 N's on my Jen, in case you didn't know. Hey, Ledge, hey Pods here, coming to you with a quick recap of the Premier Battles versus No Loose Chat, the rebuild card which went down today in Manchester, and the return of the one and only Shotty Horror. What a day it was. The event almost didn't go down. Premier Battles got a call at 3 a.m. to say I'm very sorry from the venue. Got a burst water pipe, your venue's flooded, you've got no venue. Superstar Briggsy managed to turn it around, and by the time everyone arrived in Manchester, there was an amazing venue. Event was back on track and went ahead. Starting off with, kicked off with one rounder, Moke versus Quill. Absolutely crazy battle, the two of them for a one rounder. So much in there. 2 very different styles, but both very charismatic personalities. Both really know how to do this thing, what they do well. Really great one rounder. Moke, very digestible punches. It gets right through to you. Big haymakers. And then Quill, he's got more sort of intricate writing, a more sort of cheeky chappy type style. And he knows how to get them moments. And he really did have one at the end. Great moment. Really creative. For a one rounder, that one gave so much. Darpa versus Tech. This was Tech's debut on Premier Battles. He's obviously the first No Loose Chat Process champion. He went over, coming over on Premier Battles for the very first time versus Darpa. He's more comfortable up there. He's been on Prem several times before. He's a lot more experienced than Tech is. But great battle, the two of them back and forth. Again, quite different styles, but both of them, high energy, high aggression. Really solid battle. Some cleanliness issues, cleanliness issues on one side, but it didn't spoil the battle at all. And it was, a real nice back and forth. Who did we have next? Next we had Bison Briggs versus Joker Star. So like I said, Briggsy up at 3 a.m, trying to sort out the venue. Got 2 hours sleep or something, then, got no time to run through his bars. As I come in, he was on stage, kind of, running through his shit. Absolutely pulled it out the bag. Oh my goodness. I've never seen Briggs this focused, this sort of passionate, this aggressive. There was not one humorous bar. Briggs does humor really well. None of it there. He came to kill, and kill he did. Joker Star, I think he announced his retirement live on stage. Again, no real spoilers, but if get the VOD and you'll see why. But a great showing from Briggsy. Really came to make a mark. I think this year he said he's looking at that. He's looking to get in them rankings at the end of the year. So this was a great way to start that. And then we had the return of Shotty Horror. We had No Loose Chat versus Premier Battles, Lee Gonut versus Lee Gonut, Tally versus Shotty, and oh my goodness, what a great battle. Both of them have amazing slogans, like really amazing, extended slogans to open their rounds. Tally did his, great to see the whole Premier Battle sort of, repeating his slogan with him. Shotty comes out, shuts the room down, gets on stage, and then when it's time for him to do his slogan, crowd goes wild. Manchester is Shotty's kingdom. It really is. He was so comfortable up there on stage. Didn't look like he'd, been out for, I think is it 3 years he last battled John. Really, really comfortable return. Really enjoyed watching him. Tally, you're going up against the absolute legend. Fought back, came and put on, big moments, big punches. Really, really good battle. Exactly what I think they needed for Premier Battles versus No Loose Chat. All in all, a brilliant day. Great vibe at the Rebellion in Manchester. There is a VOD out already. Before I'd even gotten home, Premier Battles have the VOD out. So definitely check their socials. I'm not sure exactly where to get. So definitely check the socials, or if you just Premier Battle VOD into Google, I'm sure you'll find it. The rebuild was a beautiful event. Looking forward to seeing what both leagues do in the near future. Great day for the scene.
That's it, man. I want to thank London Jen for her inner building recap. Shout out to all my people over at the UK. Thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel if you digging what's going on. That's it, man. We'll see you next week. As always, keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We out.